Lily was in my chair, so when I sat down, we got Lily to come visit us for a few minutes. What do you think, Lil? You're gonna stick around? You're gonna leave? She's our pretty girl. My tablet just shut off, so I'm not seeing the chats. Just a second, I'll get it right back on. Hey, Dawn. Hi, Beth. What you reaching for, sweetie? Hmm? What you reaching for? Well, she is a star, don't you think? She's a gorgeous girl. She's very pretty. Hey, Georgina. We got to push this button up here. Oh, we did. There we go. See, there's our Lily. There's our Lily. You gonna stay up here with Grandma, or are you gonna get down? This is my daughter's cat, Lily. Randy and I are always joking because she has a Lily, I have a Lily. She has a Winter, I have a Winter. I don't have a Mr. Bunsen, but I do have a Finnegan. Okay, we'll go down. There you go, sweetie. Now I'm a bit sweaty because I had to plug something in this morning, and in order to plug it in, I had to move a whole bunch of stuff, and including my couch. So that was a fun time. But in doing so, I found, now these are from Hobby Lobby, but they very specifically say they're large hole cultured pearls, 10 to 12 millimeters. Though these look to be the same size, and they say they're 8 to 9 millimeter, but I had got them on clearance at some point in time, and they must have fallen down there, but they say they're cultured pearls. So see, I got like 3 cream ones and a black one. So that was a find and a half. I think those will be great for some macrame bracelets. Hi, Dorothy. And the other thing I found when searching, when having to move some stuff to get to my plugs, I was plugging my new lights in. Hey, Brandy, welcome to the Rosettes. This was quite a find. I was like, whoa, it's all Softlex. So I was like, what? Hey, Heather, were you tardy for school again? So this was this was another find. Like I said, the large hole pearls and all of this Softlex. I think because of the tray this is in, this used to go with me when I traveled, and I obviously took it out. But Heather, you could wish you could find that in your stash. Yeah, I was pretty thrilled, because one of the things is extreme metallic medium size 24 karat gold. Also in here was and this is Softlex. This was definitely this is an old roll. I had 3 of these, and the other 2 have been long gone. This is a heavy gold that they haven't made anymore for quite some time. So this is good for very abrasive designs, ethnic beads, stones, and seed beads. So yeah, those are definitely some good finds. Got a little bit of champagne left. some black. I was getting low on black. The only thing that's not in here, which I would have liked to have found, was white. A big roll of extreme silver. So yeah, this was quite the find. And the other thing in here that I was like, whoa, all right. You can't tell, it doesn't say it on it. But this is emerald. It's been long expired. So I was like, whoa, that's the one I want them to make again for Christmas time. So there we go. Can you buy some from me? Some what, babe? The gold? This is the only gold I have, I think. But, because I didn't think I had any left in my stuff. But, we'll see. We'll have to I'll have to play with this stuff some, because I'm not sure what was in the regular drawer now that I found all this. And I was like, whoa, this was a find and a half. It was harder than heck to get down to that because I had to move the couch. I have requested that they make the gold wire. They just barely discontinued it. Hi, Cynthia. And I believe it's because the gold has gotten so expensive because they do coat it. The coating that they put on the wire itself, they have 24 karat gold in it. So it got too, I think it got too spendy to make it anymore for a while. So hopefully they can do so again. At least I hope for Christmas time, because, and I would really love them if they would do the emerald again for Christmas, because let's face it, those are perfect colors for Christmas. So I'm hoping, but who knows? We'll see what happens. You wish you could find that in your stack. Yeah, I was really shocked when I opened that box up and said, well, what the heck is in this? And went, whoa, where'd all this come from? But like I said, I realized from the box that it is in that it is stuff that from my old travel box, because I used to have like this box here that this is in. It's got a lid that snaps across the top, and it's a stacking one that's like 3 or 4 stacked high. And so that's what my old travel box used to be before I started taking a lot more stuff, and so I had to get something different. So yeah, I was pretty shocked when I found these things. She's prepared for class. Well, that's good. You want to come treasure hunting with me? You want to make your way up here, you can do so. I'll be the first to tell you my house is usually not as clean as it could be, because I am a crappy housekeeper, and my husband tries to keep up with it, but he always works. He works too, so you know. But I did find like 5 of my husband's books under the couch when I moved it. It is a few $100s worth of wire, because each one of those little spools is about $8.50 a piece anymore, and the big ones are more like, I don't know. I haven't priced one for a while. I actually need to get some more white. But some of these are discontinued colors that are in here too. So it's sort of like, ooh, look at that. Like the emerald is a discontinued color. The red coral is a discontinued color. One of the pinks is discontinued. I think it might be the lighter pink rhodochrosite. I'm not positive. So some of those are and some of those are you're not going to get them anymore because they are discontinued. But let's turn down and I'll show you. My order from Randy only had like 4 items in it. It's a small order, but they're pretty, what I did order. And then I got some friend mail from one of my friends, Chris. She's my beading buddy. The Platinum Ladies has a thing going where we have a beading buddy for a couple of months, and we try to encourage each other and do really good, contact each other periodically, make sure everybody's doing all right. Hi Bonnie, hi Tina, and so one of the things we're encouraged to do is to give each other some friend mail occasionally, send each other a card or something every once in a while, and definitely at least keep in contact by email. So Chris is my beading buddy for the next, for another month at least. Hey Charlie. And she sent me 4 little boxes of goodies. Actually, I guess it's 5. It's all metal things. She knows how I like my metal stuff. And so we'll glance at that, and then we're going to make some hair sticks. The hair sticks that I sold at the Fairy Festival were my Raven Skull hair sticks and my Dragon hair sticks. So we're going to make a set of Raven Skulls and a set of Dragon hair sticks. Hey Dawn, I'm sure everybody appreciates your saying hi to them. And so, good times. I was not thrilled that I had to move some cabinets and the couch around to get to where I needed to pull some plugs for my new lights, but because one of them went out yesterday and I had to find a better plug for it than I had it plugged into. And like I said, I wasn't real thrilled with having to move cabinets around to get to them, but as it turned out, it was not a bad thing. I did find some treasures while I was at it, so that's always a good thing. So let's turn down. We'll look at my stuff here, and then we'll make some stuff. Oh, hi, Dorothy. So anyway, we're turning. Oh, goodness. Must not have had my phone attached real well. It just slipped right out of the holder when I tried to turn it. There we go. So this is the little order from Randy. There's not much to it. Like I said, I only ordered a few special things that I was seriously going after. As everybody knows, because of my surgery, I haven't had a lot of income for a while. So I haven't been ordering a lot of things, but there were just some things in there I couldn't resist. One of them was the citrine. These are the 8mm citrine. I got the 6mm citrine when she first had that for sale. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's pretty close to me here. Here it is. So we have had the 6, and now I have the 8 to go along with it. So citrines of 2 sizes. Very pretty. I'll put them both back in this box, but they need to go back into my gemstone box for my citrine. Then the other thing I got was some sunstone, one of her little packs of sunstone. Now, I will tell you that I think this is black sunstone rather than regular, because regular is more clear, and you can see the copper flecks in it better, though you can see copper flecks in these. Especially this one right here. See them down the side here? So this is a sunstone. And I think she said there was 20 in these bags of sunstone. 5, 10, yep, there's 20 sunstones here. And then I got a package each of the crystal spacers in peridot, one with the silver back, or the silver frames, whatever you want to call the edges, and one in the gold. So I think those are very pretty. And I actually think the peridot will go nicely with my citrine here. So um, that is my order from Randy. Fun little order. Like I said, not much to it, but hey, everything counts, and I like my hoodies. So I also found a whole package of these cheaper paintbrushes. My husband uses these for some things sometimes, and I'm like, wow, I wonder if he knew those had fallen behind the couch. So I have to give those to him when he gets home. Hi, Leanna. Got to get a drink of water. Christmas hair sticks? We could do that. Anyway, the stuff I got from Chris, we got some really cool. Now, I think I have some of these in a smaller size. These are a really cool charm, though. And they do not open, in case anybody's wondering. They are a solid piece. Well, they're not solid. They're hollow, but they don't open up. So there's, I think, 4 of those in there. And then 4 of these really cool tubular beads as well. I really, really like these. Now, another package that she gave me that I really just loved. These are crystal spacers. Now, these I really loved, and I have never seen anything like these once before. They're like lanterns. And there's, out you go, guys. Some big ones and some smaller ones. Oop. So they're really neat. These big ones have, looks like little butterflies cut into the metal. So, and this is more of a vine in the smaller ones, but they are really, really pretty, like pagoda lanterns. So there's 2 big ones, and it looks like 6 of the smaller ones. So I think I really, really love these. These are really cool. And like I say, I have never seen any like this before, I don't think. And so those are really special. Go back in your box. And then we have, well, I have 2 more boxes. Well, 3, but these are I'm not sure which I like better. I think I like this one better. So we'll open this one next. And this one has a couple of these cool metal drops. These will be really pretty on earrings. And then these I thought were really neat. They're like a bird. They have a hook right here. You could use them for pendants or earrings. I'm probably going to use them for earrings and just put some bead strands. Oh, no, don't lose it. There we go. Bead strands down through the hoop here. And there is a little circle right there, so I could put something right here in the middle as well as up there. So, and then, of course, they're 2-sided, so I can make them face each other. So, birds. Then we have 2 of these fish, and these fish have large holes, so they could go on leather easily. And now that I've found those large hole pearls, I think what I might do is make a leather necklace with these, with one of these pearls in between their mouth, and then some more pearls down the side. I think that will be really, really a cute bracelet. So those are special little fish. And the other things in this are a whole bunch of really cool butterflies and then some little turtles. And I've got the butterflies in both silver and gold. not as many silvers. And the silver ones have quite a pretty patterning on their wings. Aren't those pretty? I did, Dawn. They came from my beading buddy from our Platinum ladies group, Chris. And then we had 4 little turtles in here. Now, our Malibu Dreams don't have any turtles in them, but frankly, the turtles could certainly go along with them. So in you go. And then, like I say, these butterflies, the silver ones have a really pretty patterned wings. And there are 6 of those. And these have a hole like this. So these would be very pretty to put inside a bracelet or a necklace. And then we have the gold ones. The gold ones are more basic. They don't have all the pretty patterning on the wings, but they still are really, really pretty. See if we can get a good look at them. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of our gold butterflies. Into the box, babies. But yeah, I really think those fish are really cute. And like I said, they'll make a really cute leather bracelet with the pearls that I found in when I was trying to get my lights plugged into this morning. So I think those will look really cute together. Box number 3. Now here goes box number 4. And this has got all kinds of odds and things that she thought I might like to use for hair barrettes. We have a variety of different style of dragons. It's a little one. Hey, Anita. I actually sort of wondered if Donna Slayer was here with us today, but it doesn't look like it. I know she really likes dragons, so I thought she might like seeing all of these wonderful dragons that I got from my bead buddy. So we have all kinds of different dragons. And then we have 2 rampaging lions. Now these are good, will be good for my hair barrettes because a rampaging lion is on the Scottish national flag. So I can make use those to make some of my Celtic stuff that I need to start getting ready for my, not the show this weekend, but the one the weekend after. So there's all my dragons and my 2 little rampaging lions, which I think are really cool. And like I said, they'll be great on hair barrettes. And lastly, we've got something. Hey, Kimberly. And these are, looks like, I think there's, is there 5? Yeah, 5 wooden buttons. I'm not sure what I'm going to use these for unless I use them for button bracelets. But the other thing here are sort of cute. We have astronauts in both silver and gold. So I think we have 8 gold and 6 silver little astronauts. So we have, and they're holding a star. I don't know if you can tell. Let me see if I can get them close enough to you, so you can see their hand that's held up. They have a star in their hand. That's cute. Ah, you got your bracelet, Beth. That's cool. For those of you who don't know, Beth is commenting that she just got her most beautiful birthday present she's ever gotten, and she's thanking Leanna for it. And Leanna is Beth's beading buddy this month. And she made her a beautiful, beautiful bracelet. So, so that is my my friend mail from Chris. I love these lanterns. I think they are going to become, well, at least one set, and maybe it will be for myself. Let's see, how heavy are these little guys? They're pretty heavy, so I would not going to want to put too much with them. But because I'm thinking I want to make a pair of earrings and a pendant with these guys. So I absolutely love those. Those are just, I have never seen any like this before. I have like these. Like I said, I think I have some smaller ones that would match these guys, that are about half the size. So actually, if I wanted to, I could make a pendant and earrings from those, or a pendant with some other dangles up the sides with the smaller ones would be pretty. So all kinds of wonderful goodies. I've already got, like I said, ideas for some of them, especially the fish. I know those are going to go onto a leather bracelet, and these are going to go into hair barrettes. But yeah, I haven't really thought about too much with the little astronauts. Probably some of them will become earrings, but I'm not sure. So there we go. That's what those are. So I thought those were fun. So anyway, we have some hair sticks and I always do my hair sticks as a pair. And I frequently get questioned, oh, they're a pair? You know, I figured it was just one. No, it's a pair. I always sell mine as a pair. You don't have to sell them as a pair if you make them. You could make them as singles. A lot of people are expecting things like these as singles because they are pretty fancy. So these particular raven skulls have a connection. I have some without connections, and they're a little different here. I've got my gold ones sitting right here. I can show you what I mean. Bing. They're a little smaller, as you can see, and their connection goes through the top of the skull right here, whereas this one has a connection. We're going to use these for this particular set. So we just have to decide on some beads to go with this and put this baby together. And the other one I'm going to make is some bronze ones for my dragons. Now, my last set of dragons were silver, but these ones are going to be bronze. So these particular hair sticks, I get them from DIY Supply on Etsy. And they come in bright silver, antique silver, and bronze. And this little package of dragons. Got from Amazon, but it looks like they're made by BB Craft. And they have all different colors of dragons in here. As you can see, we have gold and bronze. We want a couple of the bronze because we're doing bronze sticks with these. And silver. And I believe there's a patina one in here too. Yeah, I only have one set left of the patina, but they do have patinaed bronze in here as well. So this is a really nice package of dragons. They are two-sided. And like I said, these are from BB Craft, but I ordered them off Amazon. So I assume that if you shop it from BB Craft, you could find them there as well. Probably a little less. You never can tell. So go in there, dragons. I love these little plastic boxes. They're so freaking handy. So, dragons. So now we have to decide what beads we're going to use for our dragons and our raven skulls. So I'm thinking maybe black, since ravens are actually black. I'm thinking mainly black beads with maybe some clear or white, maybe even some gray beads mixed in. And I don't like my hair stick length to be really long. Probably that long is probably as long as we want them. And as far as the dragons are concerned, let's face it, dragons come in all colors. Most Chinese ones are red. Then I've seen green, I've seen black. These are bronze. So we just have to decide what color of beads we want with these as well. We could go with any color, but we want to go with, like I said, I'm going to go dig my black and gray out for these. In fact, instead of glass beads, do we want to go gemstone? We could go gemstone. And I've got some wonderfully fun gemstones we could use. Botswana agate. I'm thinking we could focal with a couple of my nuggets, my Botswana agate nuggets, if we can find two that are similar enough that I want to put them together. Oop. Come here, you. Well, not you. That one feels like it's been broken. The biggest problem with using gemstones in these is because you want to try and get them similar, but sometimes that's not an easy thing to do, even with all of the ones I have here for my nuggets. Maybe these two. This one's a pretty one, isn't it? This one has really spectacular banding on it. But of course, if we didn't want to go for the big nuggets like this, we could still use Botswana agate and then just use some of my ovals, which are a little easier to find mates for since they're more or less the same shape. That's bronzite. Here's black glass. These are fun. See my elephants? Aren't they cute? Thinking we want just one more bead. Do we want another black one? We could use a melon. I don't. Or maybe one of these. We could go off the wall and use some flowers. We can use these guys, these rondelles, the big rondelles, or go off the wall and use the flowers. What do you guys think? Let's switch this one to a flower, see what it looks like. And of course, it's going to have the raven skull below, like this. You like the flowers, Dorothy? Yeah, I'm sort of thinking so too. It'll make them a little bit more expensive because the flowers are 42 cents as opposed to 10 cents. But I really like it. So I think we're going to go with the flowers. And if we wanted to go all black, we could take this Botswana agate out and put in one of these tubes. These are porcelain tubes. But the flowers bring out the stones, so yeah, we probably... Boats, anyone? Other than Dorothy saying we want to go with the flowers, which I agree with her. I think the flowers look really good. Anybody else have a preference here? Not the tubes, keep the agate. Okie dokie. Works for me. I liked it that way anyway. I just wanted some input. Input is good sometimes, you know. So, I'm going to use some washer spacers between. I got these same washer spacers I used in my bracelet the other day. And we have some in bronze too, so we can use washer spacers on our dragons as well. So we just need some washer spacers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 a piece. Looks like I got out just enough, though I see one of these has got some grunge inside it. We'll have to clear it out, but that's all right. We can do that. Then, of course, we need some, this is a little ruby cabochon that I was one extra. I had to get 2 when I got them, and I got one to make my mom a necklace with the bigger one at the bottom and this little one at the top. They turned out really nicely. So for her birthday, it was a couple of years back, I think. So those have been sitting here a little while, and we need some crimp tubes. And we'll need a couple of jump rings to put it together. And I think we might... Now I have both... Now stop falling over. I have both silver and I believe I have satin silver as well as regular silver, but we'll probably just use... Actually, we're going to use black. I got plenty of black, and this is ravens, so we're going to use black. Come on, black, come out of there. Have black in the new stuff I found, too, for that matter. So, we'll get a little bit of black out of here. So we don't need very much, but we do want enough that we have enough to make our turns and everything. Actually, that was probably enough to do both of them right there. So I'm just going to... What, baby? What? Rory's such a character. He got mad at me when I moved the couch earlier because that's his normal domain, you know. I was very distressed. Crimp this baby onto here. Tug test. Now, I've never tested these. I don't think we've tested these flowers to see if 2 strands will go through. And it doesn't look like they want to. So what we want to do is take our flush cutters, roll it down this extra wire here, and just cut it right close to the crimp. Put our flower on. This rondelle is fun. I like it. Agate. There's our bead strand. How old is Rory? You know, I don't know. We've had him for a number of years before COVID started. But he is a feral that they live trapped up at Glacier Park. And because he was feral and they didn't figure he could be tamed down, and frankly, he hasn't ever been tamed down, he still won't let me touch him. He'll even hiss at me if I try. But he does let my husband. So, but then my husband was the one that brought him home. So maybe he trusts him more because he brought him home. He's perfectly happy if you let him hang out on his edge of the couch and don't pester him. But he does not want you touching him or bothering him in any way. So, but yeah, he was live trapped up at Glacier Park. Somebody had dumped him as a small, tiny kitten, and he'd been surviving. They figure he wasn't the only one that was originally dumped, but he was the only one that had survived to the age it was when they live trapped him. He was eating the small indigenous animals like the prairie dogs and the squirrels and catching birds and such, to live, and that is not kosher as far as park is concerned because he's not indigenous to the park. So they had talked about putting him down, of not even trying to live catch him, but just to see about darting him and putting him down right away. And my husband called me. I was getting set up for a Christmas show. It was actually our first day of snow, and it was horrible out. And he said, Rose, they're going to kill him. Can I bring him home? And I was like, you were the one that said we didn't need any more cats. If you want to bring him home, bring him home. It's fine by me. I love cats. I don't care. I'd have a dozen if you'd let me. Well, maybe not a dozen, but a few. We have 4. I'd have more. So he brought him home that night, and we've had him ever since. But I have no idea how old he was when he was caught, but he has grown a little bit, not much. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he had enough nutrition to grow properly, so he's a small cat. But he's got character. He's got this big green eyes. So That's a darn good question, Dawn. How are you doing today, Heather? I know that you haven't been doing too well lately, that things have been really bugging you. How are you doing today? You go in your house and behave. You're fine. I know Mom disturbed you this morning. For those of you who were here at the beginning and saw Lily, she is our newest kitty. We just got her, I guess it was either late February or late January or early February. Can't remember for sure which. We got her after our Sammy passed away from that seizure on New Year's morning. And she quickly became a member of a pretty special member of our household. So now my husband, even though he's the one that told me we couldn't have any more cats, excuse me, he's the one that all of the cats absolutely love. I'll come out in the morning and he's got 2 or 3 cats sitting in his lap. Or they're on the arms of his chair. Winter starts talking to him the minute he gets home and actually irritates him because he always wants her to be quiet for a little while. Give me a break. Be quiet for a little while. But she starts talking to him the minute he gets home. So now we just need to get a couple of jump rings. We can put these sticks together, and we'll have our raven skull ones done. Well, I hope that the appointment goes well. Heather. I know Chris had an appointment today too for her shoulder. Sounds like they're going to make her do physical therapy because it's been giving her some problems. So hopefully that helps her. I know it's been helping me when I've had my physical therapy. So I need to move some of these pins out of my way here. Thank you, Donna. We agree. She is gorgeous. And the a miracle is we got her from the shelter. She's 3 years old, according to her paperwork. A little over 3, actually, now. And her previous owners released her to the shelter because they said she was too nervous and was not eating and pulling out all her hair. And I was like, and the shelter said, I think they thought she would need to be in a home by herself, no other animals. Well, we decided to take a chance on that because we have the other 3 cats and figured that if worst came to worst, we could just keep her in one side of the house and have the other cats on the other side of the house. And it was no time at all that she did not want to be on her side of the house. She wanted to be where everybody else was at. And she gets along with really good with Finnegan. Actually, we sent a picture to the shelter because they wanted a picture to see how she was doing. And I had just taken that very day a picture of her and Finnegan laying side by side on my bed. And my daughter sent that particular picture to them, and they were really shocked because she's with another cat. She's constantly with that other cat. She likes Finnegan. Finnegan and her get along really good. um, and she doesn't like Winter. Well, I wouldn't say she doesn't like Winter, but Winter, who's the bully of the household as far as the other cats are concerned, she's got her cowed. So so much for that being a problem. And poor Rory, who is very shy, she has him pretty well cowed too. If she decides she wants his place in the couch and jumps up beside him, he'll get down and let her have it. So so much for being afraid of the other animals. It doesn't wash. Oh, that's good. You have two feral felines of kitties. Now Finnegan, it was a rescue. He was discovered under an abandoned house, which was about to be torn down when he was a kitten, and he's very tame though. He's very loving. So that's they're opposite sides of the spectrum. But the thing is, Finnegan and Rory get along stupendously. Finnegan gets along with all of them. He's pretty easygoing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're allergic to cats, Cynthia. It's funny because my daughter used to be allergic to cats when she was younger, but thankfully she grew out of that. I So there is our raven skull ear hair sticks. I think they turned out very cool. I like the way we got those going. So now we have our bronze sticks here and our dragons. And we need to make those up. Any color preferences, guys? Because bronze, they can go anything. They're a dragon. I don't care what color we make them. We can make them purple for all I care. Your Steve is allergic to cats? Well, we used to have dogs too, but after the last one passed away, my husband said he'd prefer not to have dogs. We had a beautiful husky that my grandson picked out when he was just like 2 years old. And he picked her out from the shelter. She was about 6 months old. She'd been relinquished because she kept running away. And then, of course, she'd get picked up by animal control, and then they'd have to pay the shelter fee to get her back out. So they relinquished her, said she's getting too expensive because she'd run away 3 times already when we got her. She never ran away from us once. So I don't know what they were doing that she ran away from them. But she was a beautiful husky. And like I said, she was about 6 months old when we got her. My grandson was about 2, maybe. And so they grew up together. So they were very close. So when she passed away, it just about broke his heart. So we decided to get cats after that. So you like these hair sticks? I like them too. I think they're fun. I don't wear them very often, but I do like them. I think they're a lot of fun. Did anybody want to vote for a color for our bronze sticks with the dragons? Amethyst. We could go that amethyst. I even have, we can go with some purple beads with amethyst beads. I have a lot of amethyst beads here. We have some nice amethyst tubes. I have, these guys are ametrine. They're more expensive than the other ones. Or we can just go with a round as our base color, base one. Now, Dorothy says emerald or ruby red, or maybe even turquoise. Beth was also saying turquoise. Here's another fun amethyst I have, is a rice. And I think we'll use these little guys as our end pieces, whatever we decide here. So we've got 4 choices for our focal one. We're going to put these little guys on the end. Now I'm going to do something a little different. Dorothy wants emerald or ruby red, and Beth wants turquoise. Guess what? Amethyst goes very well with all of those colors. So let's see. Could put the bright red with them. I'm not sure that I would put this red with this particular bead though, because of the sizing issue. Would go fine with this or with the round. Now this is check glass, so So we could use these red. I was actually looking for my turquoise, but it looks like the turquoise box is not here. But must be on the other shelf. Just a moment. We'll go get the turquoise box. Well, I got 3 turquoise boxes, but we'll get one of them. I have a lot of different turquoise pieces here. Some of these are actually howlite and magnesite, but some of them are actually turquoise. So like we have these little turquoise cubes. Or we have, these are actually magnesite, I'm fairly positive. These rounds, the coins. And if we're going to go with coins, we could go with either this one or this. I think I prefer that one. We have this turquoise, which is a more rounded, but not as bright of the blue turquoise. It's the more greeny turquoise. And I actually think I like that better with these particular ones. And if we wanted to get a little bit different, we've got all sizes of hishis. See, all sizes of hishis here. Oops, do not fall. I had enough falling boxes yesterday. I don't want any more. So we have all sizes of hishis. And we could do a multiple hishi if we wanted to, like a bigger one and a smaller one between. Say, let's take this guy out, put these guys in. Like so. This is also, this one is turquoise, definitely this one's definitely the green turquoise here. We have smaller hishis and larger hishis. We have very large hishis, as you can see. This is a larger hishi as well. But I sort of think I like this combo of these two sizes here together. These are too light. That's chalk turquoise, by the way. So we have all these options. We have a round, we have a rice, we have a oval coin, or we have a little oval tube. Well, it's not an oval, it's a flat tube, but we have various choices here. Anybody have any thoughts? I'm liking the turquoise and the amethyst together. I'm not sure which one I want to go for. Like I said, this is actually ametrine, this one here. And we could go for the round as opposed to the, look, get back in there. Or we could put the rice one over in with those. No to this one. I tend to agree. So we want the rice, the round, or the ametrine. And I'm thinking the two hishis together. Stand up. The line on the right, my right, this one, this bunch here, just as I have it. This, of course, is going to stand up, and there's going to be washer spacers in between. You like the round one rather than the rice? Okay, I think we're going for the double hishis, the slightly bigger one, the slightly smaller one, with the little amethyst at the bottom. People are going, now Beth says the round. You like the, you don't like the, Beth says replace the ametrine with the round, and Charlie says she didn't like the lighter color. The darker is better. So everybody's agreeing with Beth. We're going to go with the round. Okay, that works. So let's get the others put away so we don't get them all mixed up. And get one more round out. So this is the rice. There's a round for that side. I'm going to amuse you guys some. Of the choices I gave you, the round was the least expensive. The most expensive was the ametrine at $1 a bead, $1.08 actually. And the little flat tube was 55 cents. These are 40. So we're going to get some of our washer spacers out. I'm sort of debating whether I'm going to put a washer spacer between the two hishis. We'll see what that looks like. And we have a choice now of, do we want turquoise beading wire or do we want amethyst beading wire? I am sort of leaning towards the amethyst, just because all of the beads on either side are going to be the amethyst. So now, one thing we can't do is, I don't think we have bronze crimp tubes. So we'll probably have to settle for gold, which sort of sucks. I don't even know if they make bronze crimp tubes. They obviously should. That's right, Rose. Spill them all over the place. Four. Need 4. So we'll get out a strip of amethyst here. Now, if you've never used the magical crimpers, they have a divot in the middle. See the little divot? And so you put a 2x2 crimp right in the middle of that divot, like so, and then you squeeze lightly. You don't want to Hercules it because it will mangle. They do make them, but they're very fragile. Won't work then. Not with a magical crimper. Fragile will just break. So now we turn it sideways and then do it again. And we just keep doing that until when you push down, there's no gap showing. See, like right there? So we're done there. Pull that up. Now we'll put our, I probably cut more wire than I needed even for both of them. Amethyst bead on first. Good baby, slid right down. And then our washer spacer. Now, these have a little hole, so I don't think they'll take 2 wires, but it was enough gone that it didn't make any difference. So then I think we're just going to put 2 on. Well, let's see what it looks like with the washer in between. I think we may just put the 2, but we'll see what the washer looks like in between. Actually, I sort of like it, so we'll leave it. Okay, I was afraid it would be longer than I wanted it, but it's actually pretty darn good. So I like that. I sell them as pairs, Dorothy. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me, do you sell these as pairs or singly? Because of course I have them in a box together, and I always have to say I sell them as a pair. And the price that they end up being is feels a lot more reasonable when they're a pair than if there would have been just one. So that crimp tube right in the middle of our magical crimper there. Pull my wire down a little bit because it's a little bit up there more than I want it. Crimp. Tug test. And cut the excess. Dragon number 1. Now I did cut a lot more than I needed, as it turns out, because I probably got about an extra 3 or 4 inches here. But heck, I just found a whole bunch more wire, so what the heck? Come on, baby, go on there. Now the show I'm doing this weekend, in years past, until last year, we couldn't use our PayPal and Square because there was no internet access down there. But last year they bought us a satellite link so we could use them. And we just got word last night that they have again bought us another satellite link. So I have to remember to charge up my PayPal reader so we can take it. Oh wow, that went through that little turquoise. Surprise, surprise. My leg is hurting a little bit today. Not as much as it could. Has definitely hurt a lot more in the past. But I helped my husband mow the lawn yesterday, and one of my questions they always ask me in my assessments is, can you do simple yard work, including like mowing the lawn and raking and stuff like that? And I've always said, well, somewhat. But now I can say yes, I have, because I just did it yesterday. But of course, my legs stiffened up a little bit with having done more than normal. And then today, like I said, I had to move my couch to get to one of the connections I needed to hook my new lights up. You guys notice if we're a little brighter than normal? That's because I got two new lights for my system here, one on either side. So it's been nice. But yesterday during Beating Besties, hope everybody got to see Beating Besties. Had a really good time. One of them went out. You didn't notice it so much because it's the one that's over in that corner over there, and it doesn't reach as as brightly when we get to over here. So it didn't really wasn't really an issue. But just because it's not an issue doesn't mean I want it going out. So, huh? Strange. It's strobing. So we're going to now hook these guys up, and this guy will be done. Now, the only other thing I actually think I need for this show on Saturday is some more hair barrettes. A couple of large ones and maybe one or two extra large. But those have to be designed. I don't do those on the fly, so I will be designing those and probably doing them either probably Wednesday, because they need to have 24 hours to dry. So we'll probably work on those on Wednesday after I get them designed. Tomorrow, I have no plans for tomorrow. We may work on that fish and pearl bracelet I said would look really cute with those little fish with the little big mouths that Chris gave me. So there is our dragon hair sticks with the turquoise and amethyst. So this one has turquoise and amethyst. You turn over, behave. Turquoise and amethyst for our dragons. And our raven skulls have Botswana, agate, and check glass. And we're at about an hour and a half, so I think it's time for us to go. Let's turn up. So I think those turned out really cute. Like I said, there's our dragons with our amethyst and turquoise. And those, of course, go in your hair like this. So they are decoration. And did you see the finish, Beth? There's the finished dragon hair stick with the amethyst and turquoise. And then the raven skull with the Botswana agate and the flowers and black rondelles. So there is our 2 sets of hair sticks that we've got made. And like I say, tomorrow we will either work on the leather bracelet with the pearls and the fish that Chris gave me, or that light's being irritating. Excuse me. Or I have to think here. Can we do Christmas hair sticks next time? Yeah. I do need to probably make some for my Celtic festival, which are generally green. But I can do a set of Christmas ones so you can see what they look like. I would need to go and see what I have as far as charms are concerned for the bottom, because we do want more of a Christmas type. Well, I have some snowflakes. We can do some snowflakes. So yeah, we could do some Christmas ones. But like I say, we're going into a Celtic festival next, and so I do need to make things for Celtic style things. One of the requirements of this particular show is that I have a quarter of my things have a Celtic theme to them. So anyway, we're gonna go. It's half hour. It's an hour. We've been on an hour and a half. Showed you all the pretties I got lately, and we made these beautiful sticks by committee, as the case may be. And we need to go so that Heather can come on in a half hour. So when is my Celtic festival? It's not this weekend, but it's the weekend after. So it's coming up pretty darn quick. And I do need to make some more. I have all kinds of Celtic knots and Celtic items style items to help me get Celtic things done. And I'm pretty sure I need some sticks and some earrings and probably even a bookmark or two, hair barrettes. There's all kinds of things I need for that show, simply because I do need to have a quarter of my items have a Celtic theme. So we will be starting to work on those at least. I have a show this weekend, yes. The show this weekend is at Swan Lake. It's a gorgeous place. Considering that they are getting us a satellite link again this year, I can probably take some pictures and show you my spot, which is right by the lake. And thank you, Cindy. And so, right. What is Heather's site's name? TT's Trinkets and Treasures. Beth has it put in there, and it is spelled just like that, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. And how far is it from me? It takes us about, it's one of our state parks. It takes me about a half hour to 40 minutes to get there. And that light is being really irritating. I'm gonna have to turn it off. Anyway, so yeah, it takes about about 40 minutes to get down there, and it starts at 9 o'clock. So we are allowed to be down there at 6. So we usually leave pretty darn early from the house here, and but it's usually a really good show for us, and it's even if it's it's 9 to 4, so it's all day, but it's a Huckleberry Festival, so we can have huckleberry ice cream. They saw the first thing they serve in the people who put it on have a pancake breakfast, which has huckleberry pancakes and ham, and so that's fun. Yeah, it is a nice birthday thing for me. And then we have huckleberry ice cream, and my neighbors right beside me sell huckleberry pies. So, and last year they didn't come, but the year before they also had made huckleberry scones and huckleberry muffins, and they gave me a whole box of 6 huckleberry muffins because I had helped them set up because they were a little late, and I had told people, because people always want to come get the huckleberry pies. So people were like, they're not here. And I said, yeah, they're just a little late. Don't worry about it. Just come back later. They'll be here. And they were. So, so they had given me like half a dozen huckleberry muffins, and they were very good. So, um, so it will be fun. I usually have a really good time. And then of course, oh, no problem, Heather. I actually want people to go visit your website too. You do, I mean, your YouTube channel. You do a very good job with things, and well, we try to encourage each other. It's like Randy says, there's room for all of us. Number one, and number two, we could, and her and I have discussed this numerous times. We could give each other the same beads with half a dozen designers, and we proved it yesterday on Beading Besties, and we'll come up with entirely different ideas. I mean, they're different. Everything we make is different. And I have a whole bunch of stuff, and it's all different from what you made. It's different from what Maisha made. It's different from what Beth made. It's different from what Kimberly made. For different people, we have different ideas, we have different designs, and that's the way it is. And everybody should have a chance to show them off. It's the way it is. So, Randy and I have always agreed on that. There's room for everyone. So, anyway, I am going to go so Heather can get ready to go and get her stuff all set up. And, we'll, and we will see everybody. I hope you all pop over to TT's Trinkets and Treasures and watch Heather in half an hour. Bye, everybody. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.